as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. 58, right over there, Yeah.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
1st and 10.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 6.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Number 20, the ball carrier.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Allen. Man open left side. It's his running back with it.
Oh, yeah.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Pass complete to
A big play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
49ers 3. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. His throw's going to be incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going deep for Diggs. He's got it at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
49ers 3.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
20, the ball carrier.
But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. people. Always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
It's the score, Bills 14, 49ers 3. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That's taken on the 25. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
At the 31-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Complete.
A big play here for the Bills. 58 yards.
1st down, Buffalo.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Bills 21, 49ers 3. Tyler Bass to kick
After
off.
the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
49, 49, guys. Mike, 49. Danny.
Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Bills.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 20.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 19.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Bills.
Now they try the right side here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 25-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Gold to kick off for San Francisco.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun, Allen into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
47-yard line.
21. Here we go.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Mostert, the ball.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
48-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
You gotta love everything about that run, except for maybe a couple of things. You gotta wonder, do you fight a little harder to get into the end zone instead of going out at the 2-yard line? And I know one thing, the fantasy football guys, they are not too happy that he went out.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
21. 49ers 10. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kawhi Williams. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
3rd down.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Bills.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Dancing to his left. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going deep for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 7, Allen got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Buffalo.
Allen now on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Bills 28, 49ers 10. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
They intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
He was
able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And the Bills' first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Dre Greenlaw.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quan. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run here with Singletary. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.